Tonight, we report on a shooting in Quincy and a protest in Ephrata led by a congressional candidate. What's going on in sports, Bob?
The Mariners shut out the Braves, and the East-West High School All-Star football game returns to Moses Lake. Stick around and I'll fill you in on all the details. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
It was another nice day along the Columbia Basin. We had plenty of sunshine. In a minute, I will let you know what you can expect for the remainder of the work week.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A 22-year-old man was shot in Quincy last night after an argument with an unknown person. Witnesses reported the victim, Josh Avalos, was seen arguing with a person in a green Honda with dark-tinted windows prior to being shot. According to Quincy police, Avalos was found on the lawn of an apartment building near the intersection of 4th Avenue Southeast and G Street Southeast. He was taken to Quincy Valley Medical Center for treatment of a wound that was not life-threatening. After Avalos was treated, he was taken to the Grant County Jail for an outstanding warrant for a Department of Corrections violation. Police are looking for any witnesses or anyone with information about the Honda and asks them to contact Detective Jorge Trujillo at 509-787-4718. Gavin Syme took to the streets to protest the Ephrata police and government. Here with the story is Cameron Probert.
Gavin Syme took his complaints about government to the Grant County Courthouse lawn Tuesday. About 40 people gathered to listen to the candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives as he argued people should become more involved. The protest came after Syme released a video showing a confrontation with Ephrata police. Syme told the crowd the county violated state law for about 20 years by not having a lockbox for guns inside the building containing the Grant County District Court. The county now has a lockbox installed in the building. Syme said his tactics made the county follow the law. Syme ended up bringing the crowd to the Ephrata City Hall to challenge an alleged trespassing notice preventing him from going to the police station. The crowd met with City Administrator Wes Crago and Mayor Chris Jacobson outside of City Hall, where they demanded the officials fire Police Chief Mike Warren. Jacobson told the crowd he doesn't intend to fire Warren. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Thanks, Cameron. Quincy plans to ban marijuana stores in the city. The City Council voted 4-3 Tuesday night to have an ordinance drafted prohibiting marijuana stores in the city. The ordinance is expected to be voted on at the next council meeting on June 17th. Council members David Day, Scott Libbert, Tom Harris, and Paul Worley supported the ban, saying no one they spoke with was in favor of having marijuana stores in the city. They also expressed concerns about violating federal law. Council members Dustin Peterson, Adam Rodner, and Manuel Guerrero supported allowing the stores in the city. They pointed out the city could face a lawsuit by banning the stores, and people would just go to other locations to get marijuana. The Grant County PUD is working to reinforce Wanapum Dam. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
A barge is being prepared as a floating work platform to repair and reinforce the Wanapum Dam spillway by this fall. A Grant County Public Utility District contracted construction crew of about 200 is working to prepare a 65-foot crack in one of the dam's spillway support pillars. Along with that, the Grant County PUD is reinforcing all the other support pillars. The support pillar fracture was found on February 27th below the water level on the lakeside of the spillway. PUD was forced to lower Wanapum Lake's water level by 30 feet to take pressure off the spillway pillar crack to make repairs. PUD spokesman Chuck Allen said the work now is to drill holes through the spillway pillars from the deck of the dam downward to 30 feet below the bedrock. Anchor cables similar to those on suspension bridges will be placed through drilled holes to reinforce each spillway pillar. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Thanks, Jeff. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We will be back after this.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Clary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
Hello, my name is Cherylcono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cherylcono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Hi folks, good to be with you once again. I'm meteorologist Miguel Montoya from the One News Weather Center. Your weather forecast is being brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Let's check out the headlines making news along the Columbia Basin. We enjoyed plenty of sunshine today, and lucky for us, more of the same as we head through the remainder of the work week and into the upcoming weekend, as a matter of fact. So relatively cool nights with temperatures mainly in the 50s, although a few 40s, upper 40s overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Warm days, highs mainly in the 80s, so no extreme heat in our forecast. It will be a little bit windy tonight and once again tomorrow. We could see wind gusts to 25 or 30 miles per hour. It was quite mild when you woke up in Ephrata this morning. Temperatures already in the upper 50s. That is above normal for this time of year. Made it into the 80s, which is above normal, but nowhere near the record high of 100 degrees. We had similar conditions in Moses Lake this morning. You woke up to temperatures in the 50s, right around normal. Made it into the middle 80s in the afternoon, which again is above normal, but nowhere near record high temperatures. Still sitting rather pretty at the present time with plenty of sunshine overhead. Temperatures in the 80s. A west to southwesterly wind. Expect a westerly wind tonight. We could see wind gusts to 30 miles per hour. And a northwesterly wind could gust to 25 miles per hour on Thursday. We do have a storm system off to our north up across British Columbia and Alberta, but that is on the move eastward into Saskatchewan and Winnipeg over the next couple of days, although some rain will push into the north central parts of the U.S. as well. We are dry on Thursday and more of the same on Friday, although we could see a few puffy clouds with the heating of the sun. I doubt we will see any of this rain being depicted by this computer model. That clears out Friday night and looking mighty nice this weekend as the storm track remains off to our north. This is what you can expect on a Thursday. Some clouds early on, some low cloudiness from Seattle into Olympia, otherwise mostly sunny, and plenty of sunshine from the Yakima Valley into the inland northwest. Looking mighty nice across the Columbia Basin as well, with partly to mostly sunny skies and pleasantly mild or warm temperatures. No major changes in our extended forecast, so enjoy these next couple of days. Looking good this weekend. Well, folks, your weather forecast was brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. As usual, we will be right back with sports.
Hi, Jan. Welcome to the Toyota Time sales event. We're looking for something safe with a really smooth ride. He's a very light sleeper.
Oh, the Camry's safe and has a smooth, comfortable ride.
Oh, the Camry's perfect.
And you're in luck. It's Toyota Time, so it's a great time for a great deal.
Yes! You can lease a new 2014.5 Camry for $209 a month for 24 months with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance included. Plus, get $1,000 bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
We believe. We believe in home and all the magical things that come with it. We believe in living rooms with forts made from sofa cushions and blankets. We believe in the man cave, the woman cave. And finally, we believe that our calling in life is to find the home that's perfect for you. Coldwell Banker, fulfilling dreams for over 100 years.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's sports. Hisashi Iwakuma combined with two relievers on a 6-hit shutout, and the streaking Seattle Mariners beat the Atlanta Braves 2-0 in a rare Wednesday afternoon contest to complete a 2-game sweep. Cole Gillespie and Kyle Seager hit run-scoring singles, and Seattle recorded its 5th straight, matching its longest winning streak of the season. Iwakuma gave up only 6 hits with 7 strikeouts and no walks in 7 innings. The right-hander was sharp, throwing 71 of his 96 pitches for strikes. Atlanta's Mike Minor allowed only 1 run in 7 innings on the bump, but the Braves fell to 0-6 in interleague games. Uivas Medina pitched a perfect 8th before Fernando Rodney earned his 16th save with 3 straight outs in the 9th. The Mariners have a travel day tomorrow as the team heads to Tampa for a 4-game series with the Rays. Well, 70 of the top prep football players from 3A and 4A schools across the state will be arriving in Moses Lake in a little more than 2 weeks to begin preparations for the 50th annual Washington State East-West High School All-Star Football Game, June 27th. This is the 2nd year in a row the event will be played at Lions Field. Individuals interested in housing or showing athletes around Moses Lake during their stay are asked to contact Moses Lake High School Athletic Director Lauren Sandhop or Assistant Principal Greg Cottrell at 509-766-2666. The last leg of the horsing racing Triple Crown is this Saturday, and today California Chrome was made the 3-5 early favorite to win the Belmont Stakes. The winner of the Kentucky Derby and Preakness will start from the number 2 post under jockey Victor Espinoza. 11 Belmont winners have come out of that post, the last being Tabasco Cat in 1994. Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the Miami Heat is tomorrow night. Spurs guard Tony Parker plans to play despite the problems he's had dealing with a left ankle sprain. Parker missed the second half of the Spurs' Western Conference clinching win in Game 6 of their series against Oklahoma City. He was on the practice floor with his teammates today and pronounced himself ready to go afterward. Spurs coach Greg Popovich says he thinks Parker will be fine for the series opener. Parker is averaging a team-leading 17.2 points and 4.9 assists this postseason, but has been bothered by injuries the past 2 rounds. So it will be a big hit for the Spurs if he is unable to play at full strength. The Desert Classic Youth Baseball Tournament takes place at Larson Field this weekend, and it's motocross under the lights at Ephrata Raceway Park Saturday. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of these many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Our spotlight story tonight is about students learning a hearty lesson. Here with the story is Jeff Chu.
Quincy third graders became junior scientists on Tuesday at Pioneer Elementary School. The The students played hands-on surgeons, poking, prodding, and dissecting pig hearts, which are the most anatomically similar to human hearts. Representatives of Seattle Science Foundation taught the school kids all about the heart, its functions, and how to keep it healthy. It was part of the Seattle Science Foundation's Kids in Medicine program. Lael McAuliffe with the Science Foundation explained the organization's mission.
We want to expose the younger kids to science and medicine, get their hands on things so that they are exposed to things that they've never thought of before, then hook middle school age kids into having a love for science and wanting to question further and discover more on their own. And then lastly, mentoring high school students to help usher them into the next phase of their academic career. Today, we are going to do a heart dissection, the same 18-step heart dissection that cardiac surgeons, heart doctors, do when they are learning how to do their job.
Joining McAuliffe was Melissa Crawford with the Science Foundation, who specified what the children experience.
And they'll get to see all 4 valves, all 4 chambers, cut all the way through the aorta. So they're getting to see all of the external and internal structures.
Once the kids got over what some of them called gross, they began to probe deeper and learn more. McAuliffe said there is more to the science program than learning parts of the heart.
Yes, they've been to a pediatrician. They know who a nurse is. Maybe they've had their blood drawn. But have they heard of device engineering? Have they heard of medical illustration? We really want them to get a sense for how they can put what they love, a passion, whether it's writing or drawing or speaking, how you can put that together with science and make a career or have a future. Because it's never too early to begin thinking about what you like and putting it together.
The foundation representatives also visited other elementary schools in the Quincy School District this week. Pioneer Elementary Principal Nick Bergman talked about how the Science Foundation connected with his school.
Seattle Science Foundation, they contacted us with a medical outreach program to smaller school districts in Eastern Washington and to give our students an experience dissecting hearts. We're definitely hoping that it's an annual thing. The kids really enjoy it. It's an engaging, hands-on experience for our students.
Support for the Science Foundation's visit to Pioneer Elementary School was funded by David Saby, Chief Executive Officer and founder of Saby Corporation, which has a data center in Quincy. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
And now you're going to cut across.
We will be right back after this.
Game time.
Papa's in the house.
Wow, what's all this?
I'm all about stats. For instance, have I got some numbers for you? Papa John's, a leader in online ordering.
You bet, Jim.
You were the first pizza company to offer it nationwide. What's the secret?
Jim, it's the pizza.
To celebrate our online leadership, get Papa John's new double pepperoni and bacon pizza for just $12.
Better ingredients,
better pizza,
and a better way to get it, papajohns.com.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
In Northwest news, a wildfire that broke out last night in Douglas County, south of Bridgeport, has grown to nearly 400 acres, more than half a square mile. Department of Natural Resources spokeswoman Janet Pierce says it was started by lightning and it's burning grass and brush. There are about 40 firefighters at the scene today, including a 20-person Forest Service hotshot crew from Entiat. Pierce says drying weather has increased the fire danger in eastern Washington. Another wildfire Tuesday burned about 300 acres near Ellensburg. A brush fire Tuesday night threatened homes in East Wenatchee, and another lightning-caused fire burned about 25 acres near Waterville. There's a growing concern in Yakima over pit bulls being used as service dogs. That's because some of the pit bulls getting the designation really aren't service dogs. For KIMA, reporter Natalie Uche has the story.
It's been a growing concern for the city of Yakima. Pit bulls are banned in city limits, but there is a recent loophole. The American Disabilities Act says pit bulls can be service dogs. So the city has guidelines for those who say their pit meets that designation.
When you're supposed to have a muzzle, and it's supposed to be in an enclosure if you're leaving it alone outside.
Less than a month ago, a Yakima woman had her pit bull approved as a service dog. She claimed it had proper training. A cat came into the yard and was killed. While this could have happened with any breed of dog, it exposed the fact that the dog was not muzzled and not enclosed. When pressed, the pit bull owner admitted she had lied, and her dog never had any service animal training. Is that frustrating?
It's very frustrating.
You may wonder how people get away with this. Easily. ADA guidelines says city officials can ask 2 questions: if the dog has had service dog training and what service function the dog serves. The city cannot ask for proof.
There's nothing really we can do.
It's the second pit bull considered a service animal that was involved in an attack in the last month. The other dog escaped and bit 3 people.
Both owners did not tell the truth, and now one dog was euthanized 2.5 weeks ago, and now this dog will be banned from the city of Yakima.
The city now has plans to ask service dog owners to sign a form that says they are being honest and will not commit perjury. If they do, criminal charges could be filed.
The dog that killed the cat must stay out of the city until its case is heard in court. The pit bull is not at risk of being put down because it didn't attack a person. A Leavenworth man says shots were fired at his car after mushroom hunting Tuesday afternoon near Blewett Pass. He told the Chelan County Sheriff's Office he was driving in the Ruby Creek area when he realized the shots were being fired from a pickup truck. One of the 2 men inside had a gun. The Leavenworth man says he fired 4 shots in the air from his own pistol, then was able to outrun the pickup. When he got home, he found bullet holes in his car. He was not injured. The sheriff's office says it doesn't know whether the men in the pickup also were mushroom hunters or what motive there may have been. An Oregon man says an app on his smartphone saved his life. Wayne Garcia explains.
Because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for PulsePoint.
The app called PulsePoint alerts people who are CPR trained if somebody is having a heart attack nearby. When Drew Bassey collapsed at the gym in Milwaukee last month, Scott Bronner was alerted by the app and then rushed to help.
It turned my radio off and then gave me just a series of beeps, and I got a Google map of the location, and I realized immediately that's the gym I'm in.
Bassey was actually in the building next door when he went into cardiac arrest. Bronner, a firefighter and paramedic for Tualatin Valley Fire Department, says he's had the app for about a year, but this was the first time it's ever gone off for someone in need of CPR.
It just seemed to be easy to follow. I was just able to actually look at the pulse point. There was a little blue dot, that was me, and I could actually walk toward the address and it would follow me on my GPS.
He says in the 34 years he's been in this line of work, this is the first time he has seen something work so seamlessly. And that if someone isn't getting oxygen, there is only a small window of time before CPR needs to be done for the patient to survive.
Scott is definitely a hero. A lot of people think that, oh, somebody else would have come along. Well, when Scott got to me, I wasn't breathing. I had no pulse. So when Scott got to me, if he hadn't performed the CPR, I wouldn't be here right now.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.